This is a text-to-speech presentation. The original one was in Hungarian language. The text-to-speech software was from imtranslator.com.
In order to try the presented example, please download the rule prepared in Excel format from the T-Logic portal. To download the sample rule, you need to log into the portal. If you haven't registered earlier, you can do it now in a few seconds. You only need a name and a valid email address for registration, and you'll instantly get the password via email. Let's open the downloaded rule and let's view how a simple TCPS rule is composed. The first sheet contains next to the rule identifier a description for easier understanding. Also on the sheet we can see the rule evaluation expression. The expression may describe logical relationships of rule segments, that is sub-rules. For the sake of simplicity, the example presented here contains only one rule segment. We can also see the logical evaluation expression of the rule segment. The variables and the relations to be applied during the evaluation are described in the rule segment. Below the variables of the expression we can find some sets of values. The sets of values displayed in one row are called together a permitted value set, abbreviated to PVS. Our sample rule was inspired by the Hungarian blood donation rules. According to the evaluation expression, the rule prescribes a minimum age, a maximum age, a minimum body weight and health condition. Each of the individual PVS specifies a set of values that have to be met in order to fulfill the rule. This type of rule composition is the most simple. Still, in case of many problems, it is a transparent and convenient solution. In coming issues of our series we'll demonstrate more complex compositions. An important part of the rule is the declaration of variables and the information specified there, but this will also be detailed in one of the next issues. In order to be able to try our first rule we'll need at least one test case. One of the significant advantages of making the decisions rule-based is that the decision logic can be tested separately. An essential element of the rule-based development methodology of TCPS is the preparation of test cases. Test cases are stored in the same Excel template inseparably from the rule. TCPS is special among the decision engines due to its capability that it can make not only yes-no decisions based on the rules. It has 6 different evaluation modes, so all the information contained in the rule can be exploited. For the beginning we get to know only the 2 most frequently used evaluation modes. The test cases prepared for these are placed on 2 different sheets of the workbook. The first and most obvious mode is the is-allowed evaluation mode. In these test cases we specify all the decision information and the logical value expected as a result. In case of the get condition to allow evaluation mode, only a part of the decision information is available, but we can ask TCPS about the conditions related to the non-available part of information. The output of this evaluation is a logical expression. If we choose the values of the missing attributes in a way that they fulfill the requirements of the resulting expression, then they will also fulfill the rule itself. However, it can happen that the result is an empty logical expression. This means that the rule will not be fulfilled in any case. The get condition to allow evaluation mode holds many different query possibilities in itself. We'll get to know the other 4 evaluation modes in the following issues of the series. Think about in how many cases it is necessary to evaluate a rule in multiple ways. In case of other decision engines, these different evaluation modes have to be implemented as separate rules. Let's install the rule into the TCPS engine. The user interface used for installation is the Rule Center available from the T-Logic portal. The Rule Center is the administrative interface of TCPS. The synchronization function can be used for the installation of rules. The differences between the test environment and the live environment can also be easily detected with the usage of the synchronization function. It's important that the rule modifications can be scheduled. Rule versions that were valid at an earlier point in time can also be evaluated here. We'll continue presenting these features in forthcoming issues. Now let's simply upload the rule to be installed and let's walk through the installation steps using the default settings. We can execute the installation by clicking the Import button. Obviously, the Rule Center permission rules are TCPS rules. The administrator's permissions of the rule store can be controlled easily using TCPS. Please notice that the interface indicates from which point in time the installation will be effective. The rule can be tested only after that. After the successful installation, let's verify if the rule is functioning properly by running test driver with predefined test cases. Ad hoc testing can be performed using rule center's eval function. In order to run the predefined test cases, let's launch the TCPS test driver application. You can download test driver from TLogic's portal and run it as a standalone Java application after you authorize test driver to run. Test driver performs 3 activities. First, it reads the Excel sheet that contains the rule. Second, it sends service requests to the TCPS service running on the TLogic server. Third, it writes back the result of a TCPS evaluation into the Excel sheet, and it displays the result on the user interface. It can happen that your Java runtime environment doesn't contain the Hungarian Netlock certificate authority. In this case, you can check the verification code of the TLogic certificate. After launching test driver, please open the sample rule downloaded from the TLogic portal and the related test cases. When the test cases appear on the screen, let's run them all. Make sure the operative time is later than the start of the synchronization time. We can see on the result panel that some test cases are red. This means they didn't provide the expected result. In our next issue, we'll investigate the reason of unsuccessful test cases and develop a little bit further our current rule. Thanks for your honorable attention. See you next time.